Alright, so today we're removing the standard BAE brakes and we're upgrading them to a BF GT 4-pot Brembo front and a PBR upgrade for the rear.
Here's one of the front brakes that Dan's going to be putting on, the 4-pot Brembo upgrade, painted in a custom colour called Cafe. It's a Ford European colour. Painted in this colour so it can match the mirror covers and also the inserts for the front bumper.
Which that one's missing. It's pretty simple to get the caliper and rotor off. All you need to do is two 15mm bolts that hold it to the bracket. Then after that, the rotor simply slides off. We'll also undo the line where it mounts to the chassis. And then finally we'll take the bracket off which holds it to the rest of the steering assembly. Now that your hose is disconnected, you can remove your brakes.
We just got some new brake lines made up, so we just got to connect them up to the brakes before we bolt them into the car with the copper washers in between.
So basically we had a few problems with the brakes because when I purchased them, 3 out of 4 had brake lines, meaning that I had to get 2 front customs made. You may as well get 2 done at the same time, being both 10 years old. Which also led to another problem where I didn't actually get bolts included when I bought the brakes. So we used the original calipers bolts for the hose and I had to shorten them to make sure that it doesn't leak out the sides where the copper washers sit.
So we've got the Brembos on the front, but as we thought might happen, the VSKFs don't clear the caliper. So we've had to use a 25mm bolt-on G-Tech spacer we had sitting around, but the wheels do not really fit anymore. The guard is basically just sitting on the tyre. So not really too short to do fitment wise with these at the moment. If anyone wants a full set of 19 by 11.5 VSKFs, hit us up. So that's both the rear and front brake upgrades done. Unfortunately, we're not going to go take it for a proper drive tonight because of fitment issues with the VSKFs. The fronts don't clear at all, so we've had to use a 25mm bolt-on spacer and it pokes out a little too far. And the rears we haven't put on just yet, but once we go on, they still just scrub even with the professionally pumped guards. So even then we can't really take it for a proper hills drive until we've got the Koya SFO ones on it.
So it's now Sunday, Colin's actually at work. I'm just finishing off the car at the moment because at 2 o'clock today I've got a photo shoot with Aiden to enter the car at World Time Attack. So we ran into a few problems with the wheels actually not clearing. I'm not sure if Colin mentioned it, meaning I need to run the 25mm spacer. Now the problem with this 25mm spacer is it's a Nissan thread pitch and the only wheel nuts I've got are these horrible blue eBay specials. So what I'm going to do now is paint strip them so they're just a raw alloy, just to clean it up and look similar to the just the factory wheel nuts.
Brakes are all on and working fine. Other wheels are on. Now just changing out the pads. The rear's already had brand new ones, so just putting new ones in the front and should be good to drive.
Basically right now what we're doing is we're just testing out the new pads that we put in and making sure the car handles alright with them. Can't exactly put the car through its paces right now as I don't have a wheel alignment. I've still got the lock diff in, so really we're just going to make sure that the Brembos are pulling up alright and see how we go from there. Just up on the straight here, I'll pull up. No gears, just pull up straight up. Oh jeez, that works. That's my bushes are gone. Something definitely came loose there, so we're probably going to crawl home now.
So just got back from the first drive with the Brembos in. They seem to be pulling up just fine with the new pads and the bleed. Definitely broke something in the diff on the way back there, but we've got a new diff ready to go in.
What we have now is a rebuild cradle with all the new bushes, a tight LSD which will actually be good to drive with, as well as wheel alignment, new Yokohama 88Rs on as well. So basically the car's going to be set up quite well for driving properly in the hills and the track, and it should be a lot better and we'll be able to test out the Brembos properly.
Dan just finished painting the cage in our S13 track car as well. Probably do some more videos of this in the future, but looks much better with the candy red cage. So we'll actually be able to see it from the outside, will look way better.
What we use is a DNA base coat candy, so it's basically giving the effect of a candy over a black base without the actual pigment that a genuine candy has, and it looks absolutely amazing. A lot of masking went into it, a lot of prep work, and definitely was worth it because this, compared to the raw steel it was, is a lot better.
So now that this is getting the cage done, you're going to get plenty of build updates on this. It's off the track for a while, so we're going to take Dan's BA out next time. We've got all Ford Day coming up, and yeah, a few videos like that, so keep an eye out on our channel. And
Like, comment, subscribe, please.